Alright guys, back here with our bat, cutting out a back glass on a 2020 Ram 1500. I apologize right now for the noise in the background. You got a couple, they're doing some tree work here at the dealership, but haven't done one of these in a while and wanted to get this one loaded up. So going to place our bat here kind of close to the edge, because we're going to try to drive our line down through the hole here in between this guide pin and outside there. Get this pushed through without damaging our line. So one push through there. So just go through the side here. Careful. Kind of see my tip in right there. You don't want to push into the paint. So as you push through, if you begin to tip this and push a little further, and tip it a little more, and push a little further, we can get more line through without damaging the paint, and then we can hook it out. Hook tools. Anything else, pull our line out, wrap it around. Pull up our slack. Gonna throw some tape on here so once we get this cut loose, we don't lose it down between the bed and the cab, and we don't scratch paint job. Here. And as we're cutting these out is pretty easy. The hard part is avoiding all of all of the cables, all of this shenanigans down here. It's not hard, just a pain. Just another thing to dodge around. So we're gonna want to make sure, the ever-present screwdriver here, and we want our line to come on this side of our guide pin. We want to keep it between the metal here, between our pinch weld and our guide pin. So I am going to guide it there like so. You can cut that guide pin off because this is a warranty. So don't drag this too much like this because you will cut into the headliner. So just when you get past that, call that good. And then do the same thing down here on the bottom side. Try to pull our line. Between pinch weld and our pin. Sometimes you gotta bend that pinch weld out a little bit. It takes a little bit of finagling. There we go. Right, and stop right there because we don't want to cut through all of this stuff either. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna switch sides here. Alright, trying not to walk around because I'm trying to keep these doors closed so I can keep all that noise, or as much of the noise out there as possible. So I'm gonna pull our bat all the way over here to this side. And on this, we're gonna cut through the bottom first, as far as we can. Anchor this as low as we can, and try to get this ear in as close as we can. And you're gonna take your line, and because this is a warranty, we need to save this motor and everything. We can't just snip the cables on the motor and throw it away. So you need to run your line underneath the cable drive for this guy. So we're gonna do that. Then we can drag it along the cable. That's not gonna hurt because it is gonna be a warranty, but we don't want to cut that cable. So pull up our slack here, make sure we are underneath, and then start cutting the bottom. Now, kind of hard to see, but there are little fins down here. So you want to make sure you come around the bottom of these little fins down here. There's one right here. This wire, they're basically keepers for the wire to hold the wire up above the glue line. So make sure you go underneath those. Otherwise you risk breaking your line. It is plastic, you could just cut through them. But again, you don't want to break your line. That's just frustrating. Right along that. Pop right around. And then again, give this a little slack so we can make sure we go between the pinch weld and the plastic not having that door open is being kind of a pain, so let's see if we can readjust here. Got a little bit of slack so we can guide this line alongside that guide pin. Yes, you really could cut that loose too, but the problem I've found is this thing does have a little bit of a frame to it, so what can happen is you wind up cutting into that frame and that'll break your line, where these guide pins are much less likely to cut your line. Or we can just pull right past it like that. All right. So around that corner, then we're going to pull our cup and we're going to put this as close to the top as we can. That way, what happens? What happens is when you're dragging this, it'll ride along the top of this track here and not cut into your headliner. Like that. Right along there. Look right on by there. Cut that guide pin, and then we're going to go back down a little bit here to make our final cut. Take out that last few inches. Just like that, we've saved a back glass with our Orange Bat QC Black Edition. All right, until next time.